What's up, guys? So we are back at it on the Midwest Safety Channel, and this video was titled "Why You Don't Threaten a Nurse." So let's get into it. I think you guys enjoy these like reactionary kind of videos. I'm still gonna do my own thing, but these are something that I can put in the background. In all honesty, engaging with some people. I know that some people have like ADHD. They need to see flashing light and colors in front of them. Flashing lights and colors and shit in front of them for them to, be able to focus for a little bit. You know these new generations. You know how it gets down. Let's get it. Oh shit! I don't even have it tied right to the damn thing. My God, here we go. Let's get it.
Man, you lying, huh?
On March 21st, 2022, at approximately 2:05 p.m., an officer with the Fort Lauderdale Police Department responded to a disturbance at a doctor's office. While en route, dispatch radioed in with a disturbing development. The suspect threatened to shoot the place up if a doctor did not see him.
Hey man, you alright? What happened? Nothing happened? You weren't yelling and screaming inside?
Oh, no, they're inside. The guy inside.
You're saying there's a guy inside?
Yeah.
They said he's dressed exactly like you.
No, not him. He's inside.
Okay, I hope you're not lying, man, because I'll come back out. Oh, okay, well, it doesn't mean you can't say all that.
He wants to see the doctor. We can't be seen without an appointment. Explain to him we used to have emergency closed down. Everything's about appointment here. And he refused to leave. He made all these crazy threats.
Okay.
So we just need to leave.
Okay, so you guys want to work?
Yeah, that's it.
I'll get it back.
As you watch the events unfold, keep in mind all the suspect needed to do was leave.
Your hands in your pockets?
What's up?
Take your hands in your pockets.
Alright, check it out. Man, don't walk up on me, man. Cause you ain't got a reason to be walking up on me, bro.
Sorry, I was a little bit distracted there. I did pick up on the gist of it, but I just had to, because immediately when they were saying 2022, I had to be sure. So in 2020 was the height of BLM, right? During 2022, BLM was still very active. I mean, they're not as active because Trump, I'm guessing, is in office, and I guess that there's more power to crack down on those individuals. They're still doing their bullshit, but just to be sure, because whenever I look at videos like this, especially, recently, but in the past, we're talking like the 2000, like 2020s and shit like this. Time flies really fast, but during that time, it was a very different time. There was a lot of lockdowns. After that, there was the whole BLM riots and Summer of Love and all of that shit. And that's actually when my channel was blowing the fuck up because I was showing a lot of shit that either it was firsthand type shit because I was lucky enough to know sources. Like there was this white woman, this mom, and she had all the inside information and I was not even aware of it. She actually friended me on Twitter and we were talking and shit. And she was like, "I like your content." I was like, I like you. Mm-hmm. But then she's like, I would show her something. She'd be like, "Yeah, you're pretty much on the money." And then she would like drip feed me and lead me in the right direction for a lot of the things that I was covering. And then I was like, "Yeah, it's been pretty dry. There's nothing really I've been covering." She said, "Oh, here, how about this? Oh, how about this? How about this?" It's basically like when a white woman starts messing with a black guy and she starts feeding him good. And she's like, you'd be like, "Hey, she's like, you want to go get some lunch?" She's like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." You thinking that you're going to get something basic and she just gives you like a $50 bill. She's like, "Go have fun." Like you're a kid in fucking Toys R Us. Like, whee! That's pretty much what it was with my channel back then when it was blowing up. So anyway, the reason why I was quiet about this is because in the beginning is because I was paying attention to the height of this. Because during that time, I can understand why police officers were much more lenient and this emboldened criminals, especially melanated individuals or Black Americans, to act a fucking fool, because the first thing that they would do was sit there and talk about some "I can't breathe," and the last thing a police officer wanted during this time was some bullshit and giving BLM some type of ammunition to the next thing you know, you're getting people bust into your goddamn city. All these individuals, majority white, busting into cities that they didn't even belong to by the people who, my man George Soros over here. And now your fucking city's under siege, under riots, and all of this other stupid shit because some idiot got themselves killed because you had to step in and actually be a police officer. Anyway, let's get into it. Sorry about that.
Any guns in your pockets?
And all the suspect needed to do was leave.
Take your hands in your pockets.
What's up?
Take your hands in your pockets.
Check this out. Man, don't walk up on me, man. Cause you ain't got no reason to be walking up on me,
Do
bro.
you have any guns on you?
Listen, check this out. I ain't got shit on me, but don't be walking up on me.
You're saying you're gonna shoot the place up. So
Man, I ain't saying shit like that. Come here, I'm letting you know. If you put your hands on me.
Right then and there, all the talk would have been done right there. Right there, that all the talk. But then again, this was a time when you had the whole, outrage and BLM and all of this shit. But again, this is something that criminals do, but they've been doing this. This was even before BLM. This is just something that they do. And I don't understand why police are so fucking lenient for that level of disrespect. Let me let you come in, everybody that's listening to this video. No normal, sane person acts like that with authority. None. Not even the agitated acts like that. What benefit does a person who acts like this, who claims that he's not the one who just said he was going to shoot up the place? If so here's the thing. If a person sit here talking about he's going to shoot up the place, and it's funny, he's wearing the mask, you saw him immediately take the mask off, right? The COVID shit don't mean nothing. Here's the deal. I don't know if that was still under the COVID scare bullshit. But here's the thing. If an individual acts like this, imagine how he acts to regular civilians around him. If this is how he acts to police. I don't care if he's going to try to sit there under the guise of, oh, well, they're probably white. And I'm just afraid of white people around me. Get the fuck. Ain't no black people afraid of no goddamn white people. Stupid shit.
Man,
You need to relax.
man, I ain't saying shit like that. Come here, I'm letting you know. If you put your hands on me, man.
You need to relax.
Listen, I ain't doing shit. I ain't saying shit about shooting nothing. If you put your hands on me, I'm letting you know.
Guns on you.
I'm letting you know.
Guns on you.
Listen.
Do you have any guns on you? What are you gonna do? Don't blade your body.
Don't blade your head off me, man. What you grab me for, man?
That is, another thing I don't understand is like you got these dudes that be literally running like Usain Bolt with the pants on, like with their pants falling down their ass out. I don't understand the ancient martial art of that tight pants shit. Again, he looks like the fucking guy from Don't Be a Menace to Society. Marlon Wayans, remember when he was wearing the Teletubby ass hairstyle? Yo, this shit is stupid. Broke his fucking ankles.
Bro, what you grab me for, bro? What you grab me for, bro?
Sit down on the ground. Sit down on the ground right now. Sit on the ground.
Crazy as fuck.
Sit on the ground.
200
I ain't doing
Northwest
none of
5th
that.
Avenue. 200 Northwest 5th
Sit on the ground.
Avenue.
Fucking kick
I ain't
that
doing none of
out.
that.
Get out of the
Go
way.
ahead. Everybody, go ahead. I ain't saying nothing about shooting this shit up, so go ahead. Go ahead.
Delta 20 code 3, all channels please.
What's up, man? What's up? Huh? What's up? Huh? What's up?
Sit on the
What's up?
I would have shot him. I would have shot him. It's funny because I make videos and I'm very fair across the fucking board. And all of the people who don't like me, who come on the video and they'll probably like dislike, they hate watch, my shit, leave dislikes before I even upload. That's how I know somebody subscribed to me, because I don't get views like I used to. But every video I get a view and immediately it's a dislike before it's like even 3 views. I don't know if it's like 1 or 2 people that are subscribed to me and they just hate watch everything I fucking do. But it's fun. Like, again, I have people who like, oh, you hate women. Prove time and time again that's false. Oh, you hate the LGBT or whatever. I mean, I haven't proven that I dislike them or not. You're gonna have to take my word on it. I don't really give a fuck, or I don't feel no ill will, good or bad, towards them, anything like this. Oh, you again, you hate white people. That's not the case. Oh, you only like to show white people doing stupid things. I've shown more than plenty videos of blacks acting a fucking fool. Again, I am very fair across the fucking board. I've been called a coon. I've been called a sellout. I've been called a white, even black supremacist by white racists. You know what I'm saying? Why can't you take accountability for your people's actions? Why don't you? You'll never ever see me sit here and run defense for a fucking criminal. I don't care what your skin color is. I would actually be much more harsh. All of that front and stunting shit, I'd have shot him.
What's up? Huh? What's up? Huh? What's up? What's up? I ain't saying nothing about shooting shit up. You just violated me, bro. Okay. So what's up? What's up? Huh? What's up? Cause I ain't saying nothing like that. So what's up? You lying, huh?
Where you going?
Northwest 7th Avenue, advise on chill.
While the first officer kept eyes on the suspect and waited for backup, a dozen officers began flooding the scene.
Hey, up here, Michelle. Stairs to your right.
You guys on the 2nd floor.
Word of advice, individuals. Don't try to play this game, especially with black criminals that have this type of build. They have what I like to call the cockroach build, right? The crackhead build, right? They're very good at running. You saw this motherfucker pull out the ancient art of running with his pants falling between his ankles, right? Very, in terms of agility, it's off the fucking charts, right? And then on top of that, he's using half a brain, if that. Right? So all of his stats went to speed and agility, right? Don't go around chasing this individual. You should have had, I don't understand why he was even on the scene alone in the first place. I don't understand. I keep seeing this thing happen with a lot of police around the United States that they keep going to these fucking scenes of crimes alone. Even some women showing up alone. It is I don't know what's going on with that. I don't understand it. But again, he's looking for an escape and he's faster than you, bro. And on top of that, you got equipment. This man has nothing but tight ass. The only thing holding him back is the fact that his pants are actually giving him his some type of circulation in his legs. The tighter, the faster he runs. Like, you not, man. Did you get him? Okay.
Box 7, second floor.
There it is. There it is. Some stupid ass ignorant women. All of a sudden, you got him, damn, bro. All of this other, yo. Again, you're not needed screaming whoever the fuck you are. You're not needed. You saw what he was doing. You saw he was acting. Here you come running for defense. I'm sorry. I just don't like screaming chicken heads. Women, white women, black women, Spanish women, they make every situation worse by just endlessly screaming or getting in and interfering. I'm sorry.
7, second floor. I didn't say nothing about what's name, bro. Right, I said nothing about shooting shit up, bro.
You're clear.
Hey, man, that's a f***ing tough now, you bitch. Look at my ammo pump. Stop, man. Stop moving, bro. Ammo pump, please, man.
Hey, let me get gloves on. Just.
This motherfucker is asthmatic. Are you fucking, yo, either he lying. This is the shit that if I'm asthmatic, I ain't making moves like that. Yo, he doing all these extra activities and you mean to tell me this motherfucker asthmatic?
Give me an apple from my pocket, man. I got you. Stop reaching for your pocket. I need my apple pump. All right. Give me an apple pump, man. I ain't saying about shooting nothing up. Give me an apple pump. Get ready to come. Put it off. Start. Hey. Nah. I told you don't walk up on me. So I said I will shoot up. Keep your feet out. Keep your feet out. I'm going to break your knees. Stop it. Do you have a hard time understanding what we're telling you? What is your problem? It's me, my boy. You sure he's in my face? Relax. They ain't gonna relax, man. They don't relax. They don't relax.
Alright, guys.
Hey, I need my hammer. Let me hit my hammer. Let me hit my hammer.
Got it.
Stop pulling. He's alive. He's alive.
Got that pocket.
Watch this.
Yeah, best I could.
Watch this. Watch this.
Oh, we gotta check him better for Johnson.
I ain't got no damn gun.
And why are you threatening to shoot up the place?
I'm saying I'm shooting a place and I ain't got no gun. So my knee.
A pat search revealed a small tool tucked in the suspect's sock resembling a screwdriver. Later, it would be discovered that the suspect is a convicted felon and is prohibited from carrying weapons.
Oh, how that happened. Oh, how that happened. Again, now if I was to connect the dots and be like, yeah, he probably uses that for, as they would like to call, self-defense, even though he's the aggressor in these situations. Yeah? Come on, man.
Yeah, that in the pocket? Yeah, that's yeah, hold on to that. Hold on to that. That ain't no weapon. That ain't no weapon. Let's go. That ain't no weapon. Nigga, don't do that, nigga. Let's go. Walk it away from me. Hey, come on, man. Y'all already got me, bro. Why is y'all pulling away from me? I ain't even doing shit, bro. What the fuck going on, bro? I'm not doing nothing, look. Stop pulling away from us, man. I'm not even doing nothing, bro.
You're gonna get hurt.
I'm not even doing nothing, bro.
As the suspect became dead weight, one officer intervened and wisely urged the officers carrying the suspect to use the elevator.
See how they roughed me up now? I'm not even doing shit. I'm trying to. I need my pump, man.
I got it in my hand.
Open it up. Open it up. I can't.
He's actually asthmatic. How you asthmatic and you a convicted felon? Like, you weren't made for that life.
Breathe, man. Shut the f up. I cannot breathe.
We got an ambulance ready for you outside. Come on.
Oh shit, he bleeding. Fuck he bleeding from?
Oh, man.
Damn!
Can't breathe. Oh, man.
Okay, hold on now. Okay. Damn, I get it. I get it, police. I get it. Fuck, though. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on now. Listen. Listen. Shit happens. Shit happens. Listen, I haven't told you guys about when I got arrested as a kid. I got arrested as a kid. You know, I got arrested as a kid. I got arrested on some bullshit. I was young. I was in what was it, foster care or whatever like that. And my foster parent, this woman was the goddamn devil. She had a son that was a pastor, but you already know how that shit goes down. That woman hated me. And what she did is that she locked me out of the fucking old ass woman that needed like an air machine. She probably long gone and dead, whatever. Old ass evil woman. And I wanted to come in the house, and I wasn't a bad kid or nothing. I didn't run the streets. I didn't do anything like that. We just did not like each other. She really did. And mind you, I didn't do it to her. She just started bullshit with me. And I tried to get in the house. She locked me out. I'm looking in the fucking peephole. I could just see her sitting down next to the fucking door, just being spiteful. So my dumb ass, I'm holding up my pants because I don't got a belt. Oh my gosh, I'm holding my pants and I don't got a fucking belt, so my pants is falling down my knees. Well, no, but I never allowed my pants to fall down to my knees. I just didn't have a fucking belt, so I couldn't run. I'm holding up my pants and I saw a police car, so I run up to the fucking police car, holding my pants. They thought I had a gun, right? So the police officer pulled out the requiem for Resident Evil 9. like, you know what's funny? Every time I tell this fucking story, right? Like I rarely told this story, but I told this story probably like 3 times since I've been on YouTube pretty much. And I always say it, the motherfucker pulls out the fucking, it looks like a revolver, right? And as a kid, the first time I ever seen it, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Now I can properly describe it. The shit looked like the fucking requiem for that Leon's carrying, right? He pulls that shit out. I look at it and I just laugh. Like, I'm just like, what the fuck? Right? So and so I'm like, okay, all right. So I ran away from the car a bit, right? Because I'm like, yo, what the fuck? The cop car immediately reverses hard, slams into another car behind him, right? They arrest me. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? What, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't really. It's so crazy because even if I could have explained the situation, they weren't trying to hear it. They put me into like, you know, they brought me to the police station, and I am cuffed to a radiator until like 3:00, and I remember the foster parent came. No, before I even got to the police station, the police officers arrested me. Everybody on the block was going crazy, like, yo, what? Why y'all doing that to him? He's not a bad kid. He doesn't do anything. He like, you know, they're trying to vouch for me, but again, that falls on deaf ears, right? And when I was inside of the behind the cop car, they're purposely driving so my face smashes into the X-gated grate thing, right? And I'm like, yo, stop. Like, you know, and I'm saying stop. So listen, believe me, right? But in the end of all of that, the police officer comes to me and he's like, you have no criminal record. You're not X, Y, and Z. What the fuck are you doing, kid? And the other police officer came, the one that pulled out the gun, and he was crying. Like, he was like, I thought I would have to shoot you. He was like both white. And he was saying, like, you know, he couldn't go back on shift and all of that because his hands were shaking because he thought he was going to have blood on his hands. And he didn't want to do no shit like that. Because, again, some police officers, high stress situations, and this was way back then type shit. Anyway, the foster parent comes back and she talk about, oh, the Lord saved you because you know, and like, just evil fucking wicked woman. And she's the reason for why all of this happens. And she's sitting there and she's like talking about the Lord and God and X, Y, and Z. And she's the one that put me in that situation. Right? Anyway, let's continue.
Oh, man. I can't breathe, bro. Damn, bro.
All right, you see that? I got it in my hand.
Let me get some air.
Hey,
Stop screaming.
they're gonna give it to you in the ambulance.
To be honest, though, even though I was completely innocent, I did resist arrest. When they were coming to arrest me, I did fight back a bit. I'm just gonna be honest, right? Dude grabbed one of my arms. I pulled the fucking double dragon. I did like a spinning corkscrew in one of the police officers' chest. If you're gonna be rough with police, you can't be surprised if police is rough with you. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. 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 Can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Is this his?
Yeah. Hey,
They're both here now. Let's go on high club. Let's go come up anyway. Stop walking. Stop this shit. Speak down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down.
You seen that, father?
Sit down.
Yes,
All the way down.
I am. I'm trying. Yeah, I got my arm. You gonna let me sit down? You got my
Put your
arm.
foot down.
Hey, fix these cuffs. Can you fix these cuffs, please? Can you please fix these cuffs? Wait. Seen that, father? Yeah. Yeah. Seen that? Yeah, okay.
Cross your ankles. You want me to fix your cuffs? Cross your ankles. Cross your ankles.
Hey. Boy, listen up. Listen up.
Cross your ankles if you want the cuffs fixed. Cross them.
Don't touch me, man. Don't touch me. Now let's do this. Now fix this. See how I'm bleeding, right? Hey, y'all said good job. Now let's do this.
14 for that
As man.
baby.
As man. You take out that bag, if I beat his ass, y'all let me go.
Bro, he must have saw that video of the police officer that scrapped with that fucking guy. That's what he sees. He saw that video of that police officer that got into that fist fight with that perp. Y'all know the video I'm talking about? There was a video of a black police officer that got fed up with a criminal and they got into it. And he beat that criminal's ass and then arrested him. Y'all know what video I'm talking about? It's almost as infamous as the disrespectful girl that got slapped by that tall ass fucking Russian. Have y'all seen that video? Have y'all also saw the other video? I covered all these videos in the past before the channel got fucking nuked. Did y'all also see the video? Like these are certified hood classics. Did y'all see the video of the chick that was on the bus? And she was spitting on the bus driver, and the bus driver was like, "Oh, you gonna get it now? You gonna get it now? You gonna get it now? Sure you can." He just fucking uppercutted the fuck out of her. Certified hood classics, right? That we should be putting that media in a fucking bottle and leaving it as a time capsule so that fucking civilizations in the future can be like, "What the fuck? These people are crazy."
Man. You take out that bag, if I beat his ass, y'all let me go.
Hey, you want shackles right here?
If I beat his ass, y'all let me go.
What happened to your head when you fought me the first time?
What you mean? When I punched you, didn't I? I was on the floor. You punched me on the floor. What you mean? You punched me when I wasn't even doing shit. I was trying to put my hand behind my back. You punched me.
Okay.
You talking about I'm fighting you, nigga. I wasn't no fight.
At no point were you trying to put your hands behind your back.
Man, so you gonna sit there, lie?
As the first officer on the scene verbally engages with the suspect, another officer signals to his partner to knock it off and gets his agitated peer to leave the area.
I was right there.
Bro, so I was trying to fight him back?
Yes.
Give me that you a man, and you supposed to be a man.
I am a man.
So how the f you lying? How am I finna fight two different men?
Relax.
One of the things that irks the fuck out of me when it comes down to dealing with ignorant or belligerent, aggressive ass people is that they'll try to like sit here and they'll try to shame you to going into their world. This individual was not, all he had to do was leave initially. Then he's doing all this extra shit. And then in the end, he's sitting here talking about if I fight you and I beat his ass, let me go. These people, yo, there's no way.
I'm fighting two different men.
Not very well.
Come on, man. Come on, brother. You brother, man. You know, I went fight, brother.
There it is. You a brother. Man, this is, it's funny because this has happened multiple times to me, right? I get into it with another individual, and after them being fucking crazy, right, they'll sit there and try to play this fucking thing where I should be agreeing with them at my base based on skin color. Shit, the fuck you. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. What's wrong with you?
Listen, if I fight him, you think he'll whoop me one-on-one? You think he'll whoop me one-on-one? Honestly?
Right now, bro. That's it. You're under arrest. That's it. It's over.
You honestly think he'll whoop me one-on-one? Nobody want to fight him. I was on the floor when this man did this, man. I'll guarantee you, y'all let me go right now. Knock him out. I'll knock him out right now. I'll knock that out right now. With the bus out. Or whoever bus, I'll knock him out. Come on, man. I gotta go see him. Just look at me like this here.
Hey, boss. Do me a favor. Sit up. Stand up. Stand up. You need help.
Oh, I need help.
All right, man.
Every bird got every dog got their day. Every dog got their day.
After grappling with the suspect, officers called for an emergency response for an ambulance. In their reporting, officers used force because they were concerned about the prospect of the suspect being armed with a handgun and firing the weapon inside a medical facility with patients and staff present. Ultimately, the suspect did not have a handgun, despite his reported threats to the contrary.
Hey, dog got their day, boy.
Hey, you need the blanket or not? You guys turn the blanket?
Hey, dog got their day. Frederick, do you want to ride? Square.
There's 3 FTO this man, all right?
Nah, man, I'm trying to be,
You
man.
gotta put a mask
I
on.
gotta put shit on. I need to breathe.
Chinese virus.
Put shit on, man.
Yep. This was still during the lockdowns, even though the lockdowns was supposed to have been basically done during 2022. What is it? The WHO organization tried to extend that shit to 2024. They had to reluctantly say that it was over in 2023, but you still have idiots that would use that. I mean, they were using that all the way until like 2024. A lot of COVID restrictions and just bullshit. And you had a bunch of people who were up to no good. Let me just sit here and say this. These are the subculture types, melanated folk or Black American folks, that normal blacks, normal melanated folks want absolutely nothing to do with. They are net negative to society. We don't want anything to do with these individuals. And here's the thing, like I said, off the jump, just the way that man was carrying himself, there's a big difference between a normal person and someone like this. And the fact of the matter that people pretend that they can't tell the fucking difference, and so they just say it's all of us, is insane.
They won't let you unless you got a mask. I'm not, man. I need to breathe right now, man. You talking about? I'm not trying to let that shit.
Man, talk about I need to breathe. He hasn't shut the fuck up since. Typically, if you can't breathe, you're not talking. You trying to get air. You asthmatic, dog, and you haven't shut the fuck. What type of asthmatic are you?
You're breathing. Man, I'm busting up too.
Do the blanket, dude.
Last man, hey, I promise you, this the last time. Last time. Watch this.
Can you put the sidewalk?
Y'all done did this shit. Y'all done kidnapped me twice with a false lie.
You said kidnapped?
Y'all done did this shit. Y'all done kidnapped me twice with a false lie. Twice with a false lie. Ain't no f***ing gun on me. With a false lie. This is the second time now, but y'all supposed to be the law. But y'all supposed to be the law, right? Second time. Hey, check this out. I'm gonna catch you when you ain't got your suit on. I'm gonna beat your ass. I don't give a f***. What? A false stop out of
The fucking police officer heated. He probably tired of the bullshit. Listen, and here's the thing. I guarantee you, when he sat there saying that he was going to shoot that place up, right? There's a real threat when someone says some shit like that, because those are the type of individuals that, yeah, when they get they'll start to stake and case the place out to find that person that probably they feel like as though disrespected them like a month ago. And then they'll try to attack them later down the line and shit like this. Yes, that is the way that the criminal mind fucking work. Yes, they do that shit. So him sitting there saying that, he's going to catch you without your suit on, him sitting there inside of that hospital sitting there talking about he's going to shoot the place up, to whoever he said that to, that he easily could be just sitting there waiting for that person after work. Yes, they do shit. They do stupid shit like that. Yes.
Don't burn off me. But when I catch him, I'm gonna beat your ass. Remember that.
All right.
Yo, you gonna bust me up too? You gonna blood. Hey, Carl. Remember that. Blood. Remember that. You just violated me, bro.
Court records indicate that the suspect faced multiple charges, but eventually pled not guilty to resisting an officer with violence and 2 counts of disorderly conduct. All other charges were dropped when he later changed his plea to solo contendere, whereby he accepted conviction but did not admit guilt. The suspect is currently facing 3rd-degree felony aggravated assault charges for a separate unrelated incident. Given his lengthy criminal history and his likelihood to act out, we'll have more on this suspect in the future.
He wants to see the doctor. He can't be seen without appointment.
Ultimately, the suspect was successful in his goal of being seen by a doctor at the emergency room.
A researcher actually studied all the different variations of the F word that police officers use. And there's good research showing that profanity, when used by police, has significant negative influence on perceptions. New research by E.N.T. Adams shows that even when the same amount of force is used, the public perceives the use of force to be less justified when it's accompanied by profanity. Conversely, the police and public generally think that profanity is okay when it's self-directed. Like if a police officer says, "Oh, I am such an effing idiot," that's okay. And when profanity...
Are you ready to hear something? The people who feel like as though it's totally terrible are fucking idiots. It's men. When you call for danger and you need shit handled, you need men to deal with it. That's how men deal with it. You want these fucking robots. We don't got robots to handle law and order when it comes down to policing the community. Sorry. Now that was a long list of fucking fucks. Right? Did I just see fuckonomics? Listen, that was a long list, right? But here's the thing. You're talking to a bunch of woke idiots talking about, oh, we don't like police officers using the F word. Yeah, you just saw what that guy was doing. And you had all these fucking women saying, it's about, oh, you already handled him enough. If he would have attacked one of you women, then you would have felt personally much different. He put all of you women in danger. He put everybody in there in danger. And he had a weapon on him. And even though that weapon, to some people, some people sit there like, oh, what's the damage he can do with it? Well, when it came down to the attack on 9/11, those people weren't even armed with guns. They were armed with razor blades. Let's be real.
Is intended to be positive, like telling someone they are a freaking awesome witness, that's okay too. So is it okay to swear as a police officer? Like so much in life, it depends on the context, but probably try not to call a suspect a mother effer. Both the public and your fellow officers are much more likely to think that your use of force was excessive and personal.
Again, where did the people who sit there and like, I don't care if the police officer showed up and was sitting there he was sitting there cutting a promo like the WWE if he can get the shit done, and he can get the shit done. Again, so what do they want? They want the fucking British? They want people from England? Polite police officers while their entire society collapsed already. Implodes at that point. That's what they want. Again, whenever there's a fucking problem, whenever that there's danger, you call men, right? Do you think that goddamn criminal gave a shit about how polite or how impolite that guy was? He tried to call him out man to man at the end for combat. Man, miss me with that dumb shit. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you next time. Honestly, I say no less than 10 years. I know that that's fucked up. To some people, they're going to sit there and be like, oh, well, he just had a back. No. There's nothing to be gained from an individual like this on the streets like this, who's able-bodied, though he's not able-bodied because the man got asthma. Nothing positive will come from this individual being on the street with his decision-making. We just had a woman I forgot, we just had a woman, I think, in Florida in a bus. She's like 67 or 73 years old, and she drove across the train tracks talking about, I'm not waiting for no train. You got individuals making terrible fucking decisions. The bus missed the train by literally like 6 inches. 6 inches. Come on now. Anyway, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.